Hi, fifth graders. This is Mrs. McFarland, and I'm going to go through some review slides from our European Exploration Unit and talk more about North American settlements. We've discussed the 3 G's. These are the reasons for the European explorations. We have gold, God, and glory. It also brought over settlers from Spain, Africa, Asia. The 3 G's really drove the exploration to the New World. Then we discussed the Columbian Exchange. It was the movement of people, animals, plants, cultures, and unfortunately diseases between the Eastern and Western Hemisphere. Here's a great image to show you the transition of all the items through the Columbian Exchange. So we talked about the food, the animals, the livestock, and like I said, unfortunately, the disease. The Columbian Exchange did lead to powerful changes around the world. So during the Columbian Exchange, some cultures collided. Not only were the plants and animals and diseases exchanged, but also different cultures. Europeans, Africans, and American Indians had very different cultures. They wore different clothes, spoke different languages, and practiced different religions. You can see a great example in the image here. So the English started their colonization in North America with Sir Walter Raleigh. He led the first attempt in North America. As you remember the story, it became the lost colony of Roanoke, because when he came back at the second time, he found the tree with the word Croatoan carved into it. So it was the first attempt at a North American colony, but it did not last. A successful colony from the English in North America was Jamestown. It was named after King James I, who gave the authority and the power to a group called the Virginia Company to start the colony. This became the first lasting English settlement in North America. Jamestown had its rough times, but then it continued to move forward. The successes of Jamestown were beginning when John Rolfe introduced the cash crop of tobacco to the English. It was a way for Jamestown to start making some money. Many settlers became landowners, and then a new government group, the House of Burgesses, was formed. This was very different than the type of government in England, which was a monarchy. But here they have representative government that is chosen by the people who are going to be their leaders. Later, the Pilgrims arrived on the Mayflower. The Pilgrims' goal in coming to North America was to make some money, similar to Jamestown, but most importantly, they wanted the freedom to practice their own religion. They also created their own government based on the Mayflower Compact. It was written by the Pilgrims to make just and equal law for the people living there. Continuing on, the English colonies grew from Maine all the way down to Georgia. We now have 3 regions, and we call them the 13 colonies. Within that, we have the New England region, middle colonies, and southern colonies. The New England colonies are here on the map in green. The climate of the New England colonies was pretty cold in the wintertime. Their soil was not very good, so they were not many farmers or looking for cash crops. Instead, they were able to trade with England the goods that they had. They hunted for whales, fishing, and they also were very successful in shipbuilding. The middle colonies here in purple had a warmer climate throughout the year, which gave them rich soil to help them, and they are most known for growing their wheat and making bread. Also, iron dug from the ground gave them another thing to trade for their economy to make money. Finally, the southern colonies